Hey everyone, Randy B here. Just wanted to talk about video games. Mainly how video games are getting more Viking characters. It's easy to see how video games can show the true character of the creators. Creators are not confined by the strict standards when creating video games like they are when they make movies. Movie creators have to follow the standards set by the MPAA. The MPAA is the standard by which movies get their ratings. The MPAA restricts different things like nudity and violence, and sets the movie rating accordingly. Sometimes the movie ratings won't make sense because of this. So anyway, sorry for the tangent about the movies. What I really wanted to talk about is how Vikings are taking over video games. It seems that the creators of video games have tapped into a market that must have a lot of interest. The article states as follows: Vikings, the tough Norse warriors who wore horned helmets while raiding villages, hark all the way back to the 80s and 90s. But in the last 2 to 3 years, there's been a dramatic increase in the number of games featuring or starring these ruffians. People tend to associate the Vikings with white culture. The creators of video games have never worried about racism, as old games used to have Arabs and Russians as the bad guys. Usually nowadays you will see aliens being the bad guys, as to not offend any groups of people. Video game creators could make all the Jewish kids wear stars and people would beat 'em up every day. Geez, that would be an example of how video games could become racist, but they try to mitigate the racism slightly. Viking games highlighted the popularity of Norse mythology, as well as the easiness of adapting the character trope into different genres. Plus, while Vikings are certainly popular and cool these days, they are still far less common to see in a game when compared to a modern soldier or a zombie. Where I disagree with the article is it says Vikings were not pure white warriors. Obviously the region where the Vikings hail from was overwhelmingly white in northern Scandinavia. Only white people have the industrial warrior spirit against the whole world. It was not common to see other groups. That was my thoughts on the Viking video game craze. Later next time, Randy B. Goodbye everyone.